Hi, my name is Narina. I am 9. My favorite color is blue, my favorite ice cream is strawberry, and my favorite spider is the Piraticus. Actually, I have never seen such a spider, but it has a cool name. By the way, it means pirate spider, and it would be good to know if it can swim, but it is surely very scary. Now I think I told everything important about me. You know, it is not easy to be 9 years old nowadays. You can believe me, I have the experience to say this. It is especially difficult if you get homework like this. Explain what your dad's profession is. Well, there are children who are lucky with their parents. Tom's dad is a doctor, and Kathy's has a car dealership. Everybody knows what these mean, and it is easy to write interesting things about them. However, there are some more difficult cases. Nico's dad is a biologist, which I must say is not even easy to pronounce, but he does very interesting things. He hangs around the forest the whole day and picks flowers, mushrooms, and stuff like that. But the best thing is that he can take home whatever bug he wants and no one will scold him. Once he even found a bug so far nobody has known about. Though Emma says her dad is a policeman and he has once found a thief under the bed, which is a way bigger thing than a silly bug. But what could a poor little girl write whose dad is working with business management systems, which are also called ERP? And at all, what on earth is ERP, and what can you work on it so much? And is it possible to discover anything new in it as well? Well, I had no other choice than going to my dad and asking him to tell me something about his work. First he was surprised, but then he said some strange words like this. Stop, wait! I have no idea what you're talking about. How can I write my essay then? He sat beside me and told me a story with words and examples that I could understand. Everything got clear. In fact, I realized that it was quite interesting. If you listen, I will tell you what I've learned. My story starts with a shepherd. From spring to fall, the shepherd lives up in the mountain. He takes care of many animals. The animals belong to many owners. Their number constantly changes. Some new animals are born, some die, some might be taken by the wolf. To keep track of their number, the shepherd cuts small twigs and puts marks on them. The number of twigs equal to the number of people who gave him animals, and he puts as many marks as the number of animals a person gave him. If one of them dies, he crosses out its mark. When an animal is born, he puts a new mark. When the shepherd comes home in the beginning of winter, this is how he knows what animals he has. When the shepherd takes care of others' animals for money, the adults call it a company. His neighbors are his customers, and the twigs are his business management system. He has a customer register, and he can track his daily turnover. Companies are like teams in PE lesson, always compete with each other, and they all want to win, but they don't have an easy job. They have to track many things, the number of which is just growing. Of course, that's why they have those clever programs to help them. However, there are so many types that sometimes it might be quite difficult to find the best that suits us. It is similar to when I go to the shop to buy a dress for myself. There are shorter and longer types, slim or loose ones, colorful and dotty, but which one suits me the best? And which one will I look the prettiest? Luckily, there are also people whose job is to help the companies, and they also work on improving the programs. However, a few basic things anybody can learn about them and about their operation. I've already understood a lot of things. Don't worry, I'll help you. Now, where should we start? Yes, it's a spreadsheet. People really like making these. Of course, because it's easy to track stuff with it. They also like those programs which they can make spreadsheets with. According to my dad, it's because the usage is close to what they're used to. The way they work is close to people's thinking logic. To the logic they keep counting their things for hundreds of years. Notebook, pages, rows, and columns. Sounds familiar, right? This week, we also made one with my classmates. There was a bake sale in school, and in the long recess we sold homemade treats to the students. One of us was making notes of the types of cakes we sold and their price. Of course, now I could have made a way more professional table. we could have noted down so many more things. For example, we recorded only the names of the cookies we sold, though it would have been good to know which one was made by who, the original prices, and the ingredients. We sold everything so quickly, however, there were still many customers asking for the yummy goodies we made. Why haven't we written down their names, baked the requested things, and taken those to them for additional money? Of course, to do this, we would need to know their address, and it would be good to know their phone number as well. My dad was laughing and told that I would be a good businesswoman, but I will have some issues with my table after a while. As my business develops, more and more new things will come to my mind, which I would like to link to a sale. But then I will have more and more rows because I've sold so many cookies. He suggested keeping these data separately in different tables. In these, the same thing, a cookie, a customer, I have to record only once. If I have to correct anything, it is enough to change it in one place, and in my original table, it is enough to refer to these data with a short code in each row. It is somehow similar to when I sort my dinosaur card collection. They are not messed up in a big pile, but sorted by types. This is the way I can find the ones I'm looking for quicker. It is also easier to spot the duplicate or the missing ones if someone wants to trade cards with me. My dad, however, says that in case of spreadsheet programs, this method has some drawbacks as well. Because the more I split the data into separate tables, the more difficult it becomes to merge them again to show me different information. For example, if I would like to see how many treats we delivered to a certain street, or who made the best-selling cookies. And now I also understand why it is so. I want to reach two opposite results at the same time. On one hand, to store my data in one place and handle them with low effort. On the other hand, to check them quickly and easily in the form I just need. The issue is not exactly that I want to do different things, but that I try to do it with the same tool. See, that is why those programs my dad is working on have been invented. These are called business management programs, and they help to solve such issues. One of their big tricks is that they can separate from each other the data and the interface through which we can handle the data. Of course, you will not notice anything from this. They hide it from us because we can perfectly use them without being aware of this. The part where the data are stored is called database. You could imagine it like the kitchen in a fast food restaurant. You know, that hidden part where you can hardly peep in. But the noises you hear somehow make you think that a lot of interesting things are happening there. All the ingredients are stored in order on shelves or in closets, in the way the kitchen staff has arranged them. The other part does two things. It keeps contact with us and handles the data on our behalf. This is the part of the restaurant where we enter, order, and have tables to sit. The people serving us are here as well. If you would like something to eat, you tell them. You cannot enter the kitchen, but they will happily talk to the kitchen staff and arrange it for you. Earlier, most of the companies had several small programs, like tiny restaurants around the town. I guess somebody realized that people prefer to have a wide choice of food at one place. That's why those shopping malls have a big restaurant section. After finishing your lunch, you don't have to hop on a bus or walk far to get some yummy ice cream. I think it is similar with the data as well. If they are gathered at one place, it is easier to use them. A smaller place is needed, less time, and lower cost. Just think about the bus ticket price you saved, and now you can have a second scoop of ice cream. So they were moved together, the small separate databases and also the interface programs which were handling them. So if you want to arrange something, it is enough to go to one place only. You can talk to many assistants who are able to help you in many different things. You can issue an invoice, but they know all of the customers of the company and the products as well. My dad says these are the integrated business management systems, or shortly called ERP. You've done it. We've got to the end. I hope you've also found it interesting. You know, I really got fascinated when my dad explained and I understood the logic of the evolution of business management systems. It's surprising that even a shepherd has to have some sort of management system to support his work. And then I learned that a growing business goes hand in hand with a growing number of data, and that I can have a simple, better, and very clever solution as well to handle them. Finally, I understood why it is good to have an integrated system. However, did you know that these are also far from perfect? If we have a closer look, we can spot their mistakes and limits. In the next part, I will talk about these, like now, with simple words. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up or leave a comment below to let me know what you think. Do you remember, I was wondering if it's possible to discover anything new in ERP? If you are curious to find out the answer, here's the place where you can look for it. If you are adventurous and would like to explore it alone, click here.